Everyone, in today's video I will discuss about selection sort. Okay, so this selection sort is also one of our sorting algorithm. Okay, now in the previous video we have discussed about bubble sort. The three important things we will discuss about selection sort also. That what is the selection sort means, what is the basic important thing means, what is the technique, how we perform it. The second thing is what is the algorithm of your selection sort, and the third thing is the time complexity. So all these three things we'll discuss in detail for this selection sort today. Okay, so first of all, see, let us suppose this our one A array is given. Okay, these are the elements of our array. Now what we have to do is we have to perform sort for these elements, means we have to arrange these elements in our ascending order. Now for arranging these in ascending order, we are using selection sort. Okay, so what is the method of selection we do in our selection sort? Okay, that we'll discuss here. Okay, so let us suppose this is your array A. Now so these are the elements. Now let us suppose I am taking the index also. So I am giving here 0, 1, 2. From 0 we are starting 2, 3, 4. Okay, so these are the index of this array. Okay, so this you all know, a of 0 means a of 0 element is 55, a of 1 element is 35. Like this we have this array. Okay, now what we do in selection sort is we find the smallest element of our array A here, and then what we have to do is then we replace that smallest element with the first element of the array. This is there in your selection sort. Okay, in the this only we have to do repeatedly, and last we'll get the all the elements in the ascending order on the sorted array we'll get at the last. Only the important thing or only the basic thing is this only. In the complete array we have to find the smallest element of the array, and we have to swap that element with the first element of the array. Okay, this only we have to do here. Okay, so now see how we'll do that. Okay, so see here, now which is the the smallest element of this array. You can see 5 is your smallest element of this array A. Now what you have to do is you have to replace that with the first element of the array. Only this thing you have to do. Okay, so how we will get 5 will come here. Okay, and 55 will be here. This we have done. Now the rest of the element will come as it is. Okay, so this is your 35. Okay, so this is your 35, this is your 40, this is your 15. Okay, rest of the element will be as it is. Now what you can see here is, now the smallest element this. Okay, and now this is your unsorted array. Now the same thing again you have to perform for this array. Now what is the thing? In this array, the smallest element you have to pick now, and you have to replace the smallest element with the first element of the array. Okay, so now again what we'll see, what we'll check here is, see what is the smallest element of this array? 15. Okay, and where we have to replace with the first element of this array. Okay, now we'll start seeing this from here because this is already sorted. Now 15 we have to replace with 35. Okay, now what we'll do, okay, this, okay, the rest of the element will be as it is. Okay, this 5 will be here. Okay, now see the what I told you, the 15 we have to replace with 35. So 15 will come here, 35 will go here, and the rest of element will be as it is. So this is your 40 and this is your 55. Okay, now again what you can see is here up to here we have sorted array. Now again the same thing, in this array we have to see the smallest element. Okay, so now this will be called your, so this will be called your pass 1. Okay, in pass 1 you have find the first smallest element, in pass 2 you have found the second smallest element. Okay, now again the smallest element in this array is your 35, so you have to replace that with the first element of this array. So 35 will come here, 40 will come here, and the rest of the element will be as it is. So 5, 15, this 35 will come here. Okay, these two you have to swap, 40 will come here, and again 55 will be as it is. So this is called your pass 3. Okay, this is called your pass 3. Now you can see here up to here we have the sorted array. Now again these two elements we have to see same. The smallest element is your 40. So the smallest element we have to replace with the first element of the unsorted array. So first is also 40 only. So here no swapping is there. All the elements will come as it is 15, 35, 40. We have to replace with 40 only. So 40 will be as it is and 55. So this is your pass 4. Okay. So after pass 4, all your elements are completely sorted. Okay. We have gone up to the last element of the array. So this we have to do in our selection sort. Okay, so we have to find the smallest element, we have to swap with the first element of the array. Okay, then the same thing we have to repeat again for the remaining unsorted array, and at the last we'll get the sorted array. Now we'll see the algorithm for this array. Okay, so first one for loop will take for our number of passes. Okay, for I equals to 0, I less than n minus 1, and I plus plus. Okay, so this for loop is your for number of passes. Okay, now what we'll do, we'll take here one variable min and we'll store the index of the we'll store the I in this min variable. Okay, that we'll see why we are doing this. Okay, now again we will take one more for loop. Okay, we'll take one more for loop and j, that will be start from j equals to I plus 1. Okay, j less than n and j plus plus. Now what is for this for loop? This for loop is for finding the minimum element of our array. Okay, so now what we are doing is, why in the minimum we have stored this I, what we are assuming that the smallest element is present in our first place only. So in this min variable we are storing the index of our first element. Okay, first element index we are storing. Now what we are doing is j equals to I plus 1. Okay, so j is I plus 1. If this is I, this is your I plus 1. So with this element, first element, we are comparing the rest of the element. Okay, so we are comparing the rest of the element and we have to find the minimum. So in this we will write one condition that if a of j is less than a of min. Okay, if a of j is less than a of min, then min equals to j. So we are assuming that this is our smallest element. Now we are comparing it with the j plus element. If any j element is less than a of min, now in this min you have to store the index of that smallest element which we are finding. Okay, so in this way the loop will go. We'll check also. Okay, with one or two pass. So this for loop is completed here. Now after this, at last we have to swap a min and a of I. Okay, the element, the minimum element with the first element of the array. Okay, and this for loop will also complete here. Okay, see here we will take this. Okay, we will see one or two passes so that it will be more clear to you how this algorithm is working. Okay, now let us suppose, see, we will start from here for I equals to 0. Okay, so I is our 0. Okay, now this I is less than n, so n equals to 5 here. We are having 5 elements here. Okay, so this n equals to 5. Now I should be less than n minus 1 means 4. Okay, so 0 is less than 4, condition is true. We'll move to here. Int min equals to I. Now we'll take one variable min. In this we have to replace the I. So I is 0, so min 0 will come. Okay, now we'll move to this for loop. So for j equals to I plus 1. Okay, now j equals to I plus 1. What is your I? 0. So j will be your start from 1. Okay, j is your I plus 1. Now j is less than n. N is your 5. So 1. 1 is less than 5. Condition is true. Now we will come here. If a of j is less than a of min. Now see, what is your a of j? A of j, what is your a of j? Means 1. If a of 1 is less than a of min, what is storing min? Storing the first element 0. Okay, so if a of 1 is less than a of 0 means if a of 1 is less than a of 0. Okay, starting, this is our min. We have assumed that this is only our minimum element. We'll compare it with all the elements, whichever will come smaller than this, that index will store in our min. Okay, this only will take place here. Okay, now see here, a1 is less than a0, condition is true. Now min equals to j. Now in this min we are storing the j. So what is your j? J is your 1. So this min is storing now 1. So we can see here in these two elements, this was the smallest. So now means among these two, min is storing the index of this now. Okay, min equals to 1. Now min is storing this. Okay, so this is done. Now again j plus plus. So j will be, now j will become 2. Okay, so now again 2 is less than 5, condition is true. So what we have to do, a of j is less than min. So j is 2, now a of 2. So a of 2 is less than a of min. Now what is min? 1. So we have to compare now if a of 2 is less than a of 1. Okay, so what is a of 2? A of 2 is less than a of 1. So 40 is less than 35, condition is false. So now condition is false, it will not execute. So again we'll go to this j, they will be incremented. So j is now 3. Okay, j will become 3 now. Now again 3 is less than 5, condition is true. Again a of j is less than min. Again we have to compare, means a of j means a of 3 is less than a of 1, that we have to check now. So a of 3 is less than 1. Now where is your 3? A of 3 is less than a of 1. So 15 is less than 35. Okay, condition is true. Okay, so this condition is true. A of 3, 15 is less than 35. Now when it is true, then min equals to j. So in min value, we have to replace min with your j. So j is your 3, so min will come 3. Okay, now again we have to go to this for loop. J will increment by 1. Now j will become your 4. Okay, j will become 4. So 4 is less than 5, condition is true. Again we have to check if a of j is 4, 4 is less than a of min. So if a of j means 4, if a of j is less than a of min, so what is your min? Min is your 3. So if a of 4 is less than a of 3, that we have to check. What is a of 4? A of 4 is less than a of 3. Yes, condition is true. 5 is less than 15, condition is true. Again min value we have to update with j. So what is your min value? This 3. So now it will be replaced with a of j, that will become your 4. So min will become your 4 now. Okay, now again j will increment by 1. So j will become your 5 now. Okay, so now see, 5 is less than 5, condition is false. Now you will come out of this for loop. Okay, this for loop you will come out. Now you will come to this statement, swap a of min and a of I. Now what it is telling is swap a of min and a of I. Okay, now what is your a of min? A of min is your 4 now, and a of I is your 0. So what you have to swap? You have to swap a4 and a0. Now where is your a4 and a0? See, this is your a0 and this is your a4. Now what it is telling, we have to swap these two elements. So what happened finally? The smallest element we are replacing with the 55. So a of I means the first element, because we have to replace the smallest element with the first element, and a of min means a of min. This a of min is, this min is carrying the index of the smallest element, and now we are replacing that element with the first element. So 5 will be replaced with 55. So these two we have swapped. Okay, now again this was our past one. Now what will happen after this? Because this for loop, now I will increment with 1 again. Okay, so this one more we'll see here, one more pass. So now I plus plus, now I value will be 1. Okay, I value will be 1 now. Now 1 is less than 4, condition is true. Now min equals to I. So again in min will store the value of I. So I is your 1, so min will be having the value 1. Okay, now see again j equals to I plus 1. So j will be your I plus 1 means 1 plus 1 2. So j will start from 2 now. Now again 2 is less than 5, condition is true. Again a of j is less than a of min, that you have to compare. So means a of j means a of 2 is less than a of min, and min is having the value 1. So what you have to check, a of 2 is less than a of min or not. So what is a of 2? Okay, this was your 0, this is 1 2. So a of 2 is less than a of 1, condition is false. So this if loop will not execute, again directly it will increment the j. Okay, so the j is your 3. So 3 is less than 5, condition is true. Now again a of j and a of min you have to compare. So what is your a of j now? A of 3 is less than a of min. So min is your 1. So a of 3 is less than a of 1, that you have to check. Now a of 3 is your 15. Okay, so 15 is less than a of 1. Condition is true. Okay, so 15 is less than this. Now means what we have to do? We have to, in min place we have to keep the j. So j is your 3. Now min is having the index 3. Okay, that is the index of 15 now. Okay, now this is done. Again j will be incremented, so j will become now 4. Okay, so again 4 is less than 5, condition is true. Now again we'll come to this if condition. So this is a of j, means a of 4 is less than a of min. What is your min value? 3. So a of 4 and a of 3 you have to compare. Now see, a of 4 is less than a of 3. Condition is false. 55 is not less than 50. Condition is not satisfied. So this statement will not be executed. Again directly we will go to j. Okay. So now j plus plus. Now j will become your 5. 5 is less than 5. Condition is false. You will come out of this for loop and you will execute this statement. So what it is saying? Swap a min and ai. So what is your a min? What is your a min? Min is your 3, so you have to replace a min and a of I. What is your I? I was your 1 only. So a3 and a1, now you have to swap. Where is your a3? Okay, this is 0, 1, 2. This is your a3 and this is your a1. So these two now you have to swap. Means 15 will come here, 35 will go here. That only we have done in our second pass. Okay, so in this way, for other passes also you can check by implementing the algorithm. At last you will get your final sorted algo. Okay, so this was the algorithm of our selection sort. What we are doing? Finding the minimum element. If now we are finding the smallest element of the array and it's replacing it with the beginning of the element. Now we will see the time complexity. Time complexity. What will be the time complexity? So time complexity means how much time this algorithm is taking. Okay, so what we are doing in this algorithm, we are finding the smallest element and then we are swapping it with the beginning element. So for finding the smallest element, what we are doing is comparison only we are doing. We are comparing this a of j, we are doing the comparison. So what we are doing is we are comparing, and when we are finding the smallest element, then we are swapping. So these two only steps we are doing. So time will be equals to the time which is taking for comparison plus swapping time. Okay, so for comparison n elements, so here we are doing n minus 1 comparison, then n minus 2, n minus 3, n minus 4, in this way. At last when two elements are left or one, we are doing one comparison. So n minus 1 plus n minus 2 plus 1 n minus 3 4, this is all equals to order of n square comparison. Okay, so comparison is always order of n square, either it is worst case or best case. Okay, because we have to compare only element, then only we can find the minimum element. Now the second thing is your swapping. Okay, so swapping, see, if how many swapping we are doing here? See, we are finding the smallest element and we are swapping. We are finding the smallest element and swapping. So if it is a worst case, means if the elements are in descending order, okay, if the elements are in descending order, so then maximum n number of swaps we have to do. Okay, and if these all are in ascending order only, okay, if this is ascending order only, then zero number of swaps are needed because the smallest element are already in the beginning of the list. So this swap equals to order of n in your worst case. Okay, order of n in your worst case and order of 1 in your best case. This swap, okay, this is a swap. But comparison is always order of n square for your worst case, best case or average case. Okay, so overall your time complexity will always be order of n square. Okay, in your all the cases, or there is a worst case, average case or your best case, so it will be always order of n square. But for the selection sort, many times it has been asked, because this is the algorithm in which we are performing the minimum number of swaps, because maximum swaps will be n. Okay, if it is descending order, in the first we are doing one swap, then in this one more swap, one more swap, so total 1 plus 1 plus total n swaps we are doing if we are having n elements in the worst case. And if it's already sorted, then we are doing zero number of swaps. So this is the only algorithm selection sort in which we are doing the minimum number of steps. This question can be asked in your competitive exam, that which is the which is the sorting algorithm in which we are performing the smallest number of steps. So this is the that algorithm. Okay. Now one more thing I want to tell you about this is that see, students will know that we have these many sorting algorithm, but because so many sorting algorithms are there, selection, bubble, insertion, and quick sort. So what they will confuse is that which technique means which method is there in which sorting algorithm, what we will perform in particular sorting algorithm. So for that you can see what is the name is selection sort, and what we are doing here is selecting the smallest element, the complete only the method here is that only in the unsorted array, the left array, we are finding the smallest element and we are replacing that element with the first element of the array. So what we are doing, we are selecting the smallest element. So by that you can understand, you can remember like that in select and sort is the element, because name is only the selection, and what we are doing is selecting the smallest element of the array. So by that you can keep in mind that okay, the selection means selecting the smallest element. So in that only we are doing that method in which we are selecting the smallest element and replacing it with the first element of the array. Okay, so by that you can understand that. So this was all about our selection sort. Thank you.